Okay. Hi everyone. So I'm Philip from Pen Displays VU. So today I will have in two sessions. So the first sessions is I'm going to introduce the Pen Displays distant learning solutions with our product the Notas and the WoodPad. So and in the second section, so we will move to the sales gates for the notas. So the agenda for today's distant learning. So we want to know why we have to do this distant learning. So and second, how distant learning work, and using my viewboard and video conference, and what are the benefits of the video communication. Fifth, we'll go into more details of the electromagnetic resonance spectrum technologies which we are using for the pen display. And the sixth is the hardware and installation. And seven, will come to the specifications and the comparison table. So let's start with and I think this thing the distant learning is actually why do we need distant learning? Not because physically people, students are not present for the lessons. So as we see nowadays, since being hit by the coronavirus and schools are closed and a lot of institutions have been closed down. So, and the second reason for that, even after when the the lockdown have been lifted, in certain scenarios where students will be unable to attend the school, they will need maybe due to medical leave or disabilities. And the third reason for that is in a remote location. So sometimes in a rural areas where they are limited to the transportation. So this is the needs for the distant learning. Okay. So now coming to this slide, so we are discussing. So how does it work? So I think we see nowadays there are a lot of solutions for the distant learning. It can be achieved with a touch displays. But I think here what we want to give is offer is a better solutions using our pen display and integrating my viewboard. I think the view with the ViewSonic pen display, we can annotate. You can just annotate on the digital documents from home when the teacher is teaching from home. I think this is a flexible devices here. The flexible means this device is a portable device. It is very light and it is not restricted to any fixed location. So we want to replicate the classroom where the teachers and the students will interact in the live in environment. And the second one we see is about when we talk about ECSX is the internet. Well, we see nowadays almost all the people are using internet. And third benefits of using the distant learning is to have less cost. So less cost in the sense means where sometimes the schools can save money on space and office supplies. And for the students, they can able to save time on transportation costs. So these and the purpose of the distant learning is we want to ensure students to continue to learn from any place, anywhere. And any place they're not limited to the home and they want to not miss out their education, so where they can take this our pen display device and carry it to any places. And on this slide, we want to introduce my viewboard where the teacher as host. Since we see a lot of users are using my viewboard, So we want to consider, I mean, the teacher is a host in the online sessions. They can simply connect. Okay, they can simply connect to the. They can simply connect to the laptop or the PC, and as that with just one cable connections, and in the case for the students, we want to introduce the WoodPad series, which does not carry a display and is also a wire connection. So, and when they are participating on the online classes, they will have the laptop connect and the WoodPad connected to the laptop or to the PCs at home. So this is much more simple as for the teachers also. So this is a much more simple setup. So if they want to have an advanced setup, so when they are using a video conference, I would suggest that they'll go into set up a second bigger screen monitor. So maybe a bigger size, like 24-inch above, so they can view the interactions of the students. Okay, so now coming to this slides, we want to integrate my view board with the video conference. So deciding how to deliver a visual lessons or plan for distant learnings. I think the first tool comes across people's mind is a very popular collaborative tools, which is the video conference. And I think most users, they are already familiar with Teams, Cisco, or either it's a Zoom or Skype. So it doesn't matter. So it just means the usage to preference. And I think it's easier nowadays because most students and teachers, they are already having the PCs at home and they have internet connections. So it would make it easier for any video conference. Okay, so in this slide, we want to discuss about the benefits of video conference. So using video conference, I think it's a two-way communication. So instead of just teachers giving the lectures without any communication with the students in the live environment. So, and the second best thing is a multiple screen sharing. So even the students, they can share their screen especially in a group discussions. So they can share with the team, with the other group, and also the teachers. And the third is the agilities on demand. I think here we are talking about the quick, easy video chat. So where our teachers will keep a quick answering quick questions to the students. And now we'll come to the benefits of the live streaming. So what we see here when using a live streaming here, first you reach a larger audience, so where you can have more exposures. And second is the accessibilities. Here, instant sharing, like I'm sharing whatever here instead, and the automatic recordings, and which will be safe. And so the students, they can revisit the lessons also. And the third is to learning on the go. Here, what we mean here is in some circumstances where they have lesser bandwidth. So I think it is easier to connect from a mobile devices here. So it will be in this scenario, it will be more beneficial to have a live streaming session events rather than a video conference. Okay, so in this particular slides, I have a bit away from education. So I think nowadays, even all the corporates, companies, people are working from home. So working from homes, everyone. So it doesn't matter whatever comes. whatever communications they're using. They can still share the screens. They can do file sharing, like the videos and all the different Office documents. And the third, they can even do like documents approval since they are not able to be in the office. So they can approve the documents using this device here to sign any documents here. And they can record meeting and do live streaming, just like we are doing live streaming now here. And here we come to the technology that is being used for the pen display. I think here mainly consists of three components. The first is the sensor board, and the second is the digitizer pen. The third is the controllers. And the first, the sensor board, it charges the pens and receives the EM frequencies signals from the pen. And for the digitizer pens, let me change the pressure so we can see the pressure. So when I'm writing, you can see the pressure. You can see it ticker. So these will generate the EM frequency to the sensor board here. So back to the controllers. The controller, it can mainly the functions of the controller is to translate and to coordinate the pressures and the information which is to be sent back to the control to the main board. Okay, so this is we have the sensor board which is embedded in beneath the glass panel, and this is a more advanced technologies unlike the touch panel. So which is a touch display which have a bigger pen tip, pen nib. And coming to the hardware, so the hardware overview, we see currently we have three sizes from 7.5 to 13.3 inches. So it keep all three using the digitizer pen, the EMR pen technologies. You will feel your intuitive handwriting experience like you're writing on a normal papers and drawing on the papers. So the third benefit is it is a battery-free pen, and it is a wireless also, and the accuracy is 0.25 millimeters. So it will be a 2-1 cable management with the Type C or micro USB or USB cable, and it is compatible. Currently, is compatible with Windows, Mac for the digitizer, and also Chrome. And for the drawing pad, it is also compatible with Android. So we see the Notas pen display is a 13.3 inch display with a display. So we use it as a digitizer whiteboard. So where you can write on the myViewBoard, and through this Notas pen display, where you write what you see and write on the display. But on a WoodPad series, does not carry any display. The problem is so people will write on the pad. So when I'm writing on this pad here, I write and the display will be shown on the monitors. So this is a solution where we want the students to go for this solution because it is much more price competitive comparing to a Notas pen display. So it comes in 7.5 and 10.4 inches. And in this slide, we will talk about the installations. This product, all the Notas and the WoodPad is a plug and play device. It does not require any installation. But no driver is needed. So, but we will recommend to upgrade the functions, to install drivers so have more functions. Like we'll have the, you can see there is a side button, and on this we have the 6 key buttons here where they can do customization, like erasers, undo, and with these I think, and also will have a better brush function, brush performance also. So and currently this Notas is having 8,000 pressure level. So what do you mean by pressure level? So if we see the level from 2000s to 4000s, you will see a greater variations of the colors and the strokes. So let me change it to a normal pen. So we will see this becomes a light stroke. So when I write, it becomes a thicker stroke. So this, it will be achieved when you have a higher pen pressure level. So changing back to the normal. So for the WoodPad and the Notas, we have the side button also. And for the Notas, we have an eraser at the back also. So where you have more additional functions of the button, customization button. And coming to this, we want to show the specs of the Notas. So for the Notas, it is a 13.3 inch, and display resolution is a full HD, and brightness is 300 CD, and contrast ratio is 5000 to 1, and a gallo camera on 72. And here it's more important here, the digitizer resolutions, we are using a 5080 line per index, and the response rate is 250 per second, and the pressure level is 8000. So and the tilt function. So the tilt function is when I have my pen, when I'm writing at this 60-degree tilt angle, I will still able to get the brush, the effect of the pen. So, and this is a battery-free button, battery-free pen, and a plug-and-play device. So let's go to next to the WoodPad. WoodPad 7 and 10 specifications. One comes in 7.5, and this is 10.4 inch. So the difference is we can call this a small pad, a medium size. So the resolution is the same as 5080, and the response rate also at 255, and the pressure level is 4000. So all the product is plug and play, but the driver are the same drivers who can be installed for the Notas as well as the WoodPad. And on the WoodPad also, we have the pen tilt detection also at the 60 degrees. So as you can see that currently both the small size and the medium size is the lightest device in the market now. Okay, let's look at the comparison table for the Notas. For the Notas, main competition will be from Wacom, which has been a very old company. So as you can see, they has a 13.3 in two version, in two model, and one in 60 Pro, which was much more expensive, around 900 US dollars, and in the 2000 the Q1 they have came out with another entry level at 399, which is after a lot of competition from the Chinese brand. So they have introduced a new model. But if you can see the Notas, we excel more in the brightness, the contrast, and the pressure, and we have the response rate is also better. It's almost the same actually. Plug and play devices, And in the weight wise, it is only 800 gram. So compared to Wacom is 1 kg, and to the other Chinese brand are above 900 gram, and some are which is not allowed, is which could be much more heavier, which is or maybe one I believe is 1 kg, more than 1 kg. And in the dimension is big, and it's not that big, and it is quite a medium size comparing to all the best. And we can see is the thickness is only 7 millimeters, comparing to Wacom's, which is having 13 to 14 millimeters, and Chinese brand are like from 11 to 13 millimeters. Then if you can see the OS compatibilities for Notas, it is besides Windows, Mac, it is also with Chrome also. And the price wise, we excel more in the price also. So it may vary in some region, but this is what I find to be the same in all the market for the Wacom's product. And the comparison table for the WoodPad 7 is we'll see there will be more competition for this kind of entry level products. It is 7-inch. You can see the active area is 7.5 inch, and most of the cases they are using a 7-inch only. And the pressure is almost the same, but comparing to Wacom, we are higher than Wacom's. And the tilt function, this is we are the only products which have tilt function for the entry products. And the report rate is higher than comparing to Wacom's. And the digitizer resolutions also is the plug and play, and it weighs only 165 gram only. So comparing, so the thickness is only 7.5, and you see in the market it's from 8 all the way to 8.7, even thicker at 20 millimeter also. But I think the price wise, it must be a bigger variations in different regions. So you, I mean, I hope your teams will you let me know the difference if you, and we can just keep in mind you have to, there might be some difference in some of the region here. Okay, and in the WoodPad 10, the comparison here is also main competition will be from Wacom, and if we comparing the Wacom, the size is 10.4, but there are some Chinese brand which are bigger in size, active area, most of the model. And the pressure is also a little bit higher than us, but we are using 4000, which is almost double than Wacom. And all the tilt functions, so we have tilt function in some Chinese brand also has it. And the plug and play is only products we have the plug and play, and in weight wise it is only 270 gram. So comparing to all others competitors, you can see it goes from 400 to 600 grams above. So it is also the same thickness from the WoodPad 7, which is 7.5, and which is really light and portable to carry. And dimension wise, it is big and not as big, where it consumes a lot of space. As you can see, this is only 300 294 and into 178, which is not that big to consume the whole working space here. And the most important we want to see is who is our target customers. We will be targeting educations where for students and teachers, and in any universities, in any high schools, primary schools or elementary schools. We can also go target online courses. And in the corporates, also we want to target the corporates vertical, where they can use it as for the meetings room, in the meeting rooms also, or even they are working from home also. So this from the first sessions ends here. So I'll continue with the second sessions, the sales kit for the Notas pen display. So let's look at, we can see the Notas, consists of one display with 6 buttons and one digitizer pen. We have an optional accessories, which is a TPU, a protective cover stand. So it can be adjusted to one angle where we can keep the writing at this maybe around 25-degree angle for good writing experience. And in this slides, we want to stress on the handwriting experience. So you can see it can have a very intuitive writing experience where when people are using mouse, it cannot be achieved and you cannot have an easy writing experience. So it would be convenient to write a very fine wording. So let me come back to the word. So when we set up to the side, it will become a very fine wording here. So when people are using a touch display, you will see a touch display will have a thicker wording. So with this Notas, teachers will be able to display a complete whiteboard on the Notas from all the different end. And when the users are using myViewBoard, they can have easy control using the Notas digitizer pen when instead of using a mouse. So this will no longer be an issue for a distant learning. So sometimes when the teachers have a pop quiz, the students will have an easy to write or draw on the drawing answers using the digitizer pen. So when you can have a thin line, so have a better experience on that. So, and when they're using virtual classroom, the group discussions, it will be much more easier and faster for the students to write a fine wording, and they can fully present the ideas on the screen. They can share it on the screen, so which is much more easier. And we can use this Notas for very good tools to edit our documents. And like keynotes and also the briefing content. So most of the users are using Windows 10, which have the inking tools. The inking tools, it has it in the Microsoft or the Word, and I mean the the Microsoft Office and the PowerPoint. Even OneNote, even we can make note on a OneNote, taking digital notebook and for the students, and using all the winking in Windows Ink tool. So there is no additional drivers needed to be downloaded or installed in the computer. And then even a lot of users are using Zoom IT, so it will be very convenient for them for teaching process, present clearly, giving a more clear presentation with their online materials. So, and here we can see is a plug and play device. So it is it is one cable management. So we have only one. It is either a Type C or one Type C to Type C to the computer. We have when they are no Type C on a computer or a PC, I think they will be able to connect to using the HDMI. and a USB cable. So it will become a two cable management. So as we just shared earlier, so installing the drivers, you can have an upgrade versions functions of like the buttons on the pen, even on the display itself here. So where you have more short keys buttons to work around. So coming to this device, I mean to the display device, you can see the 6 buttons. So on the side, 6 buttons on the sidebars, you can set based on the different personal requirements. And this Notas is very portable and a lightweight product. So it is very easy to carry, and it will face no restriction to any of the venue where they want to host online. So it is you just with the notebook you can carry an additional device which is only 800 gram. So comparing to a similar product, it is 35% lighter and thickness is only 7 millimeters. And we can see for the Notas, this is a WoodPad. This is the WoodPad white pen. With the Notas pen, it will be a black, and you will have the side button here. You will have the side buttons. It is battery free. At the end will be a eraser, unlike the WoodPad digitizer pen, which have no eraser, and all the digitizer pen is replaceable nibs. We can just use I can use all the clip removers to remove the nib, and we can replace it with the new nibs when it's been consumed. So coming to this next slide, we want to say so the benefits of using a digitizer pen. So it will have a very intuitive experience, like writing on papers, and with 8,000 pressure level, you will see a greater variations of the colors and finer print wording. So and it supports 60-degree tilt functions, which will have a more closer handwriting experience. And as for the OS support, it is compatible with Windows and will be ready by June, end of June, to be compatible with Mac also and a Chromebook. And we will make it compatible with Android in the later end of the year or so. So in this comparison table here, I think we are just comparing with Wacom. So with Wacom 1 and 1 Cintiq Pro. So we excel in brightness, contrast ratios, and the response rate, and the weight, thickness, and it's a plug and play device. And also for the MSR retail marketing price, it is also more competitive also. So with the comparison table, we will share it by email. So if you guys have any need for that. So and I have, for now, we have finished the second sessions for today's live session. But let me show you the drivers setup. So after installing the drivers, we will have these interface where you can see this is a Notas pen. It will be, and you can see the pressure bar indicator, and this will be the pen sensitivity. So when we can set up to the soft or to hard. So you can either just do your preference. And this is a normal agilities, and this is for mapping. So this works. This is a second display which works as a second monitors. So in the directions now, it is we are using a landscape now mode, we can use it as a portrait, or we can use it as an anti landscape or an anti portrait mode. So these are the four mapping which can be done once you find the mapping is not aligning. You can come to this to the drivers setup management manager to do the setup. And the third is we will have the button or the six buttons. All the six buttons are either you can set it up as an eraser, since we already have the pen as a tip at the end of the pen as an eraser, so we can set it up to a different setup, which can be the mouse click, a mouse left click, or a mouse double click, or right and left, or as a combination key. The buttons combination either as a Control C or Control V, or we can do a lot combination for that, and or we can use scroll up and down, and we can zoom in and zoom out. We can each set up all difference, and we can also display the desktop. So once you have these driver installed, you can play around with all these different quick buttons and to have a better control of your device. So these are for some users who are using it for designing purpose or for editing, so photos editions. Sometimes it's not only a product for note taking; it is also a good product for some people, for some user who are doing designings. It has a bigger scope for that. So, okay. So, is there any questions? We can just send me by email, or I can answer you by emails. So today's the sessions ends here, and thank you everyone, and goodbye. See you guys. Take care.